It's Friday, January 2nd, 1:51 p.m.
Woo! 2026, baby.
Out of Chico, California, 2026. My name is Derek Allsweed.
I'm Rossfield. We locked it in there. We did it.
Well, but you said we locked it in right as I was about to.
Damn it, my
It's
bad,
okay.
bro.
It's okay.
Shoot, I got so excited. I jumped the gun, dude. I'm just happy to be here talking pigskin again. Wow, it's been a minute.
Better start in 2026. Just to set this thing off, Ross. Disclaimer. We're not going to do any full into this season kind of, this is the best of, these are the lists, because it hasn't happened yet.
Fair.
Right? A lot of people think week
Bless
18
you.
A lot of people think week 18 is like a throwaway week. We can do the best of lists now. No. We got to give it the full go.
Especially with some of the quirky fun things we like to do on Pod on the Run. That makes so much sense.
So as a result, we're coming off a Christmas break. We didn't pod last week.
I missed it, man. I was having withdrawals.
And look, I mean, it was. Look, we took 3 breaks this year. That's fine. We'll work on that next season. We'll get a little more. We'll get a little more incentive for you to show up. No, just kidding.
I don't need that.
It was a big week that we missed. It's okay.
I know.
We're gonna get it all wrapped up here today.
Yeah, Christmas comes at a tough time in the football season because you know the drama is culminating right at that moment.
And we do Wednesdays/Thursdays usually, like lands on Christmas Day and New Year's. So.
Hey, you know, we got obligations.
I bring this up because we're going to do kind of a free-flowing pod.
Cool.
One of my New Year's resolutions as a podcaster, is to slow it down a little bit and just have a convo.
Okay.
When I'm producing and hosting, I'm just like, my brain's so rapid fire that I'm rewatch these things, and it's like I'm on amphetamines the whole time, like,
yeah.
I need to slow it down, bro.
Okay.
Just so you know.
I'll be right there with you. I think I could use some of that medicine too.
You're good.
By the way, you know what? Your new nickname is the Podfather.
That's already taken by Bill Simmons.
Cool.
Wait, did you not know that?
No. I had no idea. But
he's my inspiration, so.
Well, I'm cousin Sal.
I'll take it.
Over here.
Okay.
And thank you to everybody in the podience.
That's good.
You're welcome. You can steal that.
The last pod we did was December 18th.
Gosh, it feels so much longer than that. Doesn't it?
That's because we have a duty to the people.
We do, to the podience.
We got about 200,000 views this year.
Okay, I thought you were about to say on an episode. I was like, damn.
No. Not bad, but man, this is part of the thing with me dealing with this load is like there's maybe bad phrasing there. Dealing with the ambition of trying to grow something is nothing's ever good enough. So I'm looking at this stuff like crap, shit, needs to be 1 million next year. And mentality, gotta have the mentality.
Yeah, keep growing.
So maybe also 2026 step back. I can't be hard on myself. Good job. Great job this year, Ross.
You too.
We've done a little something. We've grown.
You're the production machine, man.
You
deserve a lot of credit for what you've done. Dude, it's awesome. It's
75 subscribers this season, up at 115. Still so low. I don't know, man. I don't even know why I'm bringing this up. I don't think the audience cares, but it's what's consuming my freaking brain is growth, success.
It's trending in the right direction.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's that. little board meeting up top as we do. Got
to keep the audience filled in on what the deets, man. This is what's going down here.
I'm gonna edit it all out. Let's go through what I jotted down here. Things to talk about.
Okay.
We're gonna talk the Week 18 playoff. There's technically only one, and we'll explain that. We're gonna talk division titles and 1 seeds. That's really juicy.
So juicy.
Epic falls.
And fails.
And fail. I like falls better than fails. That was intentional. We got MVP and ROI race.
Okay.
We got a Pro Bowl roster to go over. That's fun. We got some records, NFL records to talk about.
Cool.
I did a little stock up, stock down
Love
list.
it.
Very short list. I want to do this again next week.
Okay.
This is just scratching the surface of this. Ooh, top free agents. I saw this pop up on The Ringer, speaking to Bill Simmons, so I want to talk about that.
Okay, cool.
I want to talk about quarterbacks, backups turned starters, teams that are most desperate to get one next year. And then we have a new rules and a Derek Carr award. So that's what we're looking at here today, Ross.
It's a pretty nice lowdown. See what I did there?
Yeah. Your Niners thoughts are going to be fun.
Crazy times, dude. Who would have thought?
Let's go to AC Sports on Facebook.
Let's do it. That's the place to be. Podding.
Since we were here last, we're gonna zoom through a couple.
Who's this lovely
clips.
lady?
I don't know. What you got to say?
What you got to say?
Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the episode of The Office where Kelly says, if I create a website with this many problems, I myself. You have one singular job and you suck this fucking bad at
Okay. I just wanted to give
Is she
out
bashing Butker?
Harrison Butker sucks to start the pod, and the Chiefs suck, and like that's kind of the story of 2025.
Wait. Was there no political reasoning behind that?
It's all political.
Knowing you, that's great.
Let's jump around. Okay. This falls into our Epic Falls category, the 2025 Kansas City Chiefs.
Definitely. Good one.
There's a couple here. We can also talk Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, man.
We can talk Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, who amazingly, after losing 7 of 8, still have a chance. Crazy, right?
Yes.
That's wild.
And we can talk a little Rams NFC South
Dude,
problems.
how about that loss?
Speaking of the horrible NFC South, the Rams losing to the Panthers and
the
Falcons.
Falcons.
Interesting.
True.
So Chiefs. Also, I think the Lions we got to throw into this conversation.
Agree.
The Commanders are obvious.
Yeah.
So obvious, it's like we're over it.
Yeah.
Nothing to talk about there.
I feel like same with the Vikings. I mean, you had such an incredible season last year. You lose your QB, and then it kind of fell apart.
But because they lost a QB, like that wasn't a shock, right? And we'll get into the Vikings as they fall in the desperate for a QB teams next year.
Yeah, they might be. They might be drafting someone. Oh, they'll probably give McCarthy another year, but could be.
So let's talk Epic Falls.
Okay.
What are the Chiefs' 2026 plans? What do you do if you are them? Mahomes is probably coming back like week 10 or something. We don't know.
Well,
I'm sure we're going to get like a million stories like he's way ahead of schedule. He's ready for but
yeah. Especially after he was literally, it shared news that he was beginning his rehab like the day after surgery. That was a big headline on ESPN. I think they're going to be just fine. Obviously, that's a team that had 10 straight playoff appearances, 7 consecutive AFC West titles, and made the Super Bowl 5 times in that run and won a few, obviously. I think you probably get a quarterback to keep Mahomes' seat warm, maybe someone like Malik Willis, maybe somebody on the free agency wire, good veteran potentially, that can hold it down and just, hopefully you're around 500 or in the hunt when Mahomes comes back. But yeah, I think that organization's going to be fine. I'd be surprised if they didn't get back to where they were, assuming Mahomes comes back full strength.
Really?
Yeah. I just have so much faith in QBs in the NFL. If you've got a good quarterback, you're going to be just fine.
But what do you do
And
specifically at quarterback? I guess you mentioned Malik Willis. He is a free agent, by the way.
Yeah.
So I think that man's going to get
Paid.
$20 million probably. We can. I mean that Malik Willis, Huntley matchup was like just that was created in the lab for me. I was just like, yes, the two best backups. I've been on the Huntley fucking train.
You have been on
and
Snoop's
the guy
train.
is just proving himself over and over. By the way, a lot of interesting Ravens talk and scary Ravens talk this pod, considering our boys possibly on the other.
No,
end of this
dude, how do you
equation.
lose to the Browns? Awful.
So if you're the Chiefs, you think Malik Willis is the guy, because I can list off some other backups that they could go after, if not through free agency.
Yeah, how about list me those. I mean, that's don't you think that's the route they're going to go, is to try and bring somebody who's got some experience until Mahomes gets healthy?
They'll have to, otherwise they're going to be what they've been these last couple games.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Duh.
But that's my thing, though. It's like, are they like all in on a quarterback in the offseason? Or are they just like, oh, we kind of got this guy,
Right.
we'll be okay?
Yeah, quite the conundrum. I imagine that they won't be all in on a QB.
Interesting.
I mean, I do think they'll want to get somebody, but I don't think they're going to want to spend a ton of money on that person, considering Mahomes is going to be back halfway through the year, maybe even sooner. They're just going to want to keep the seat warm with a formidable QB.
So I have a list of 10 backups.
What's
Guys,
like Jacoby Brissett situation?
okay, you're on the same page.
You know? I mean, that's a good one.
So here's the 10 backups, guys that were backups at the beginning of the year that now seem like they could start somewhere. Okay? I'll categorize these a little bit. Shador's in a kind of a league of his own on this list.
Okay.
You know, rookies that didn't start at the beginning of the year, it's kind of different. And he seems to be, or should be, the locked-in starter there. I didn't even mention the lefty whose name I never remember on that team.
Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah. He's not even on this list. I guess he will be a backup next year. But Shador's locked in Cleveland, and we can talk Shador a little later too. So he's different. We have our old heads, right, that proved themselves this year. We're gonna go Brissett in that combo. Older though, Flacco still
Could be.
hops around. Is he gonna retire? I don't know. Kirk Cousins,
Could be.
Tyrod Taylor.
Cousins is under contract, right?
Yeah, he's got a lot of money.
He's got a massive deal.
But, you know, deals could be worked out. So Flacco, Cousins, Tyrod Taylor, and Jameis Winston. These are our old heads. We could throw Russell Wilson in there, too. I didn't list him. Do the Chiefs go after somebody like that, right? Maybe a little cheaper.
Yeah, totally.
That's just a vet
Totally.
that can kind of keep the ship afloat.
Exactly. Mac Jones.
So, yes. Oh, well. Shit, I didn't even mention Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Oh, wow. What's going to happen with him next year?
Yeah, he'll probably get paid too. I feel like there's people, you know, I think there are going to be some darn good backup QBs that aren't going to get big money because there are not a ton of teams out there this year that are looking for QBs next year. I mean, there's only a few.
Okay, we'll go over those teams.
Yeah.
Other guys I haven't mentioned yet, and again, these aren't free agents necessarily, just backups.
Okay.
Tyler Huntley, I think, is gigantic. Does he just stay on the Ravens? We're going to talk about Lamar's future too.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm going hard after Huntley.
Yeah.
If I'm any team that needs a quarterback, I think he's still grossly underrated. Another guy in that conversation that went 3-0 to help propel his team to the playoffs is Davis Mills.
Yeah.
On the Texans.
Good point.
I can see him in a Chiefs uniform.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Me too. Yeah, that feels right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And then I think the only name I haven't mentioned yet, you mentioned Brissett. Very interesting guy here. You know, Tyrod as well. He got some wins with this Jets team. Let's not forget that.
He did.
Yeah, he probably should have been starting the whole season.
Yeah.
Of course, when we mention a Tyrod, we got to mention a Justin Fields.
Justin Fields, yep.
When we mention a Flacco, we got to mention a Jake Browning. I don't know. Is he kind of dead? I think he's in the stock down backup conversation. And then we have the Dolphin situation. So Quinn Ewers.
Yeah.
And then what's going to happen with Tua?
Yeah.
Is Tua a Chief next year?
Maybe. But
or does Miami keep him or is Quinn kind of their guy now? He got a huge win. He looks fine. That's my backup QB list. I think the Mac Jones thing, the fact I didn't mention him is egregious. He's like number one on this thing. Yeah, I mean, I guess Chiefs, we're talking Chiefs, but out of everybody we mentioned, sounds like Davis Mills. I don't know if I put that thought in your head. Does that kind of come to the surface?
Makes sense. Somebody like that, you know, somebody that's not going to cost a ton of money and someone that's going to go there and just try and keep them afloat. That's exactly what it's going to be.
I think it's fascinating. I can't remember a situation quite like this because having like a Mahomes mid-season return. Like you can't just give up the first half of the season.
Yeah, and they would probably want to be in position to be able to afford returning him, until a little later, just to double check and make sure that he's okay. If they start out hot, that's a blessing for them because then they don't have to rush Mahomes back. So they'll probably want somebody that's not only decent, but that can get them some wins.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fascinated by that. I mean, we didn't mention the Raiders. I think their quarterback, Pickett is serviceable. Geno Smith is a stock down guy for me this year. I don't know what.
Hello, Mendoza. That's all I got to say about Vegas.
Right, so are those Raiders guys, I think they're kind of out of the picture in Vegas.
Well, they may end up starting a vet, while Mendoza gets acclimated. But I absolutely think Vegas is going to draft a QB.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess, is Geno Smith a Chief next year?
Interesting. Maybe. That's a good point, too.
Yeah.
You could see that kind of happening.
I guess the question is, do they go after a younger guy or an older guy? I guess is kind of the question.
A veteran. I don't think they'll draft somebody. I think they'll want a vet.
And because Mahomes is sitting there, and by the way, Mahomes might not come back till week 14. I don't know.
Exactly.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
He might miss a whole season. Shit. That to me feels like an older guy makes more sense because they're just far more we're not putting in a long-term plan on this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
2 free agents. I'm going to jump around in our categories here when it's applicable. The 2 big quarterback free agents this year, or there's 3. Malik Willis is one of them. Can you name the other 2? Big name guys that are on winning teams this year that started.
Rodgers is one, right?
Aaron Rodgers is a free agent.
That would be very interesting.
I mean, that's not going to happen.
It could happen.
The other guy might.
Oh, gosh.
The guy that suffered 2 leg injuries.
Tua? No.
That's part of the second half collapse. Daniel Jones is a free agent.
Daniel Jones is a free agent. Yeah, I could see him going to Kansas City.
I don't know, man. To me, this is a huge part of the season. I don't know that it's going to be on this, despite how many pundits talk about the Chiefs. I don't know if this is the forefront of what they're talking about.
Dude. It's almost like the perfect year to be in their situation. Because
really,
yeah. Well, obviously you never want to be in the situation they're in, but again, if you look at the landscape of the league, there are, in my humble opinion, there are not a lot of openings for quarterbacks. I think a lot of teams are going to go into next year with quarterbacks that are already on their roster, and you may see 2, 3, or 4 new starting quarterbacks. And I think there are more guys available from the veteran standpoint to choose from than usually. I think there
maybe.
Yeah, I think there will be a lot of opportunities for the Chiefs to go after a guy that they hope can come in, and they'll be able to target that guy more so than other years, where you would see a bunch of free agent QBs go to new spots. I don't think that's going to happen this offseason.
Was this the year of the veteran back? Did something change this year in that, look, we've dealt with just Brady's in this kind of league of his own, being 44, 45, winning Super Bowls, and but even after Brady, there was still look, dude, that's an anomaly. Aaron Rodgers can't continue past 41, 42, or and then Phillip Rivers comes along this year, but he kind of represents this.
He did.
Are these older quarterbacks now a little more trustworthy and viable? Are we
That's
getting
your
into
guy? The Chiefs are going to get Rivers. That's your guy. You get it right on the head.
Well, dude, I think of George Blanda. That he was this 47-year-old quarterback.
Who are you, a grandpa?
Well, but his age always stood out. He's like Julio Franco in baseball. It's the guy's 46 and he's still playing, and now that's coming back. You like these references?
Hell yeah, dude! I picture you on the couch 50 years ago watching George Blanda smoking a cigarette.
2026, dog. We're bringing sick references.
That's great.
Like Jonah Hill, and This Is the End.
I love it.
So I don't know, but to you is the older quarterback did something change this year to where they're just generally a little more viable than we've thought of them to be?
Yeah, it's a great point. I think it's been brewing for the last couple years. I think Joe Flacco really got us going last year with his Browns magic late in the season. And you're right. I mean, it seems to be that the league has trended more towards young quarterbacks. We've seen a significant influx of top talent, people drafted in the first round, that have stepped into roles, gotten into the starting position early on in their career, and maybe a byproduct of that is like, well, they weren't quite so ready. So we've learned that they've struggled a little bit, and that's opened up opportunities for veteran quarterbacks that really should have been under center the whole time. And that there's value in experience. There's value in people that have studied film and gone through this, this life as an NFL QB and are now, at a point where they're more prepared than somebody who has barely played any even college ball,
Yeah. No, I think it's an important theme of like our podcast, like that we're always talking about, right? Like, are these young guys ready? It's like, because this is the year of the second-year quarterback. We might have 3 of them in the Final Four, and a guy like Penix, who's just like, hey man, you didn't deliver like right away. We're probably moving on from you.
Yeah.
There's that, and then there's the old ass people, and everything in between. But
it's so bizarre.
I guess I just really didn't say anything concise there with that, but it's
I'm with you too.
It's the figuring out, what teams are going to do with the most important position on the field.
Well, it's so interesting, the onus that's been placed on like drafting and developing QBs. We had that class: Trey Lance, Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, Zach Wilson. A lot of those guys struggled. Justin Fields, ironically, it took Mac, who had a great first season, 3-4 more years to get a shot as a backup with San Francisco to prove that, hey, I am a capable QB and I could be a starter in this league. He kind of resurrected his career. But the others outside of Lawrence haven't been able to do that. And that was 4 or 5 guys taken within the first 15 picks of the draft. Somewhere along the line, the draft changed, where all of a sudden, within the past 5, 6, 7 years, you're seeing more and more QBs taken higher in the draft. And I think, a few of them end up being great picks, but a lot of them end up kind of struggling. Yeah. Or maybe not a lot, but like half of them.
While we're here, let's go into some of the other QB desperate teams. And maybe we'll talk about who we like best for those teams. I got 5 of them, I think. And these are teams that we can see are clearly good. Obviously they're good, and obviously quarterback is holding them back.
Okay.
You could probably guess them.
Raiders.
No, I don't have the Raiders in there. I don't think they're not obviously. Jesus Christ.
Good save. Good catch, bro.
That
was a great catch. You got good
really
reactions.
Emotional about those all league hands. I mean, I don't think they're obviously good, and that quarterback is their only deficit. I think we have the Chiefs go into that conversation now. They're there. They're one of the top 5 teams. We have Vikings, of course. We have Falcons. These Vikings and Falcons are my top 2. I guess Chiefs. Well, let me so small. Vikings, Falcons, Chiefs, Colts, and Dolphins. We saw this kind of Dolphins second half surge, which we see from them. All those teams to me seem like they get a good QB in there. They're now 10-win teams. Do you disagree with any of those 5? Are there any other teams you want to throw in there?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if any of those organizations moved in a different direction under center. To me, I feel like the Vikings are going to give McCarthy another chance next year.
Damn.
And I really think the Falcons are going to give Penix another chance next year. And I think they have a good, older veteran backup in Cousins, who's also under contract. Do they move off that contract and deal Cousins? I could see that happening. But it's so early in both McCarthy and Penix's careers. and they don't have a ton of experience playing under center considering the injuries that they've each went through. So I think they still probably get another shot.
See, to me, those guys should still be backups, ready to come in.
Yeah.
You know, there still is the whole Packers system we've talked about plenty of times.
Right.
Where you get 3 years to back up. And I think, in a way, like, I still really like that system. You know, we see the Calebs and the Bows and the Drakes. And unfortunately, my guy's not in that conversation this year. Just lighting it up in year 2, it happens. Jaden lit it up in year 1.
Yep.
But a guy like Penix and McCarthy, let them sit, bro.
Yeah.
They're probably going to be really good in year 4.
Yeah.
And dude, we saw how Cousins played.
Yeah.
After he kind of got some reps.
Yeah.
The Falcons look fucking great.
Yeah,
they beat the
fine.
Rams and the fucking Bucks in a big game. Like
They did. Yeah, it's so crazy, right? It's so crazy. We just these organizations hand the keys to these young quarterbacks that just really ultimately at the end of the day need some time to develop.
When you have these vets sitting right there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It does seem like we need to switch the way we do this.
I like your style, man. I feel like we've been saying that on this pod for a long time. I mean, the Darnold situation blows my mind in Minnesota. I could not believe that after the year he had, they let him go. And look where Seattle is right now. It's like, dude, you had your guy. And then you decided to go with McCarthy.
One thing I didn't write down is the coaching, the coordinator to coach success this year has been crazy.
Yeah.
Cohen from the Bucks to the Jags, Johnson from the Lions to the Bears.
Great point. And look what's happened.
McDonald from where was he before the Seahawks?
Well, McDonald was with Seattle last year. He was their head coach. I don't know where he was before.
Oh, okay. Oh, he was there. He was there this year. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. But yeah. Wait, why don't you?
No. You're so right. And then look at what happened to Detroit. I mean, you can't understate how valuable or overstate how valuable Johnson was to.
It's so funny how both Dans, Campbell and Quinn, which seem to just kind of be in a group in some way, like similar dudes, similar skills, but like they both pivoted from coordinators mid-season.
Yeah.
You know? And remember when the Lions did that? It was just like, this isn't good.
Did Dan Quinn take over defensive play calling?
I think defense, right.
Oof. I wonder what's going to happen with him. I feel like they're probably going to get a new coach.
So I don't think we should change anything except I think we should keep all of our leadership, and it's just all personnel. I mean, I think this leadership, you know, Kingsbury, I guess, is like kind of a guarantee to leave.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Well, yeah, I never want to talk Commanders on this pod.
No, I hear you. I worry about Quinn's job. I could see that organization after the collapse this season.
I don't mean to jump. I forget why.
Is Mariota a free agent?
No,
he's in their contract.
So yeah, we want to keep him.
Okay.
He's a good backup. Oh, you know, speaking of that, like there were a lot of the backup is better than the starter vibes this year.
Yeah, there were.
In unlikely situations, and I think Lamar Jackson and Jaden Daniels are the biggest two, because Huntley comes in, and like I don't think Huntley lost a game.
Yeah, well,
against good teams. Oh, he maybe lost to the Patriots. I'm getting things mixed up. Did Lamar play against the Patriots?
I don't know.
Okay,
off the top of my head, but saying Huntley's better than Lamar is that blows my mind.
Look, and he's not, and Mariota's not better than Jaden Daniels, but like there were just moments.
Yes,
and like
agree. Yeah.
Other backups that seem to do. I mean, you know, Brissett better than Kyler. Yeah. Kyler's a guy that we haven't mentioned at all.
I was about to say, dude, he's gonna go somewhere else.
He's the enigma in this whole conversation.
He doesn't even want to be there. He's out.
Kyler to
Miami,
Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if Atlanta, does that make sense? Is he like, yeah, Kyler? Kyler's such an enigma.
Yeah.
Like, does Kyler help Miami? Does Kyler help Minnesota?
Yeah.
Does Kyler help Indianapolis?
The Jets. Yeah.
But see, like those teams, like the Jets and Raiders, it's like they're in a separate category.
Ooh, the Raiders. I could see Kyler being in Vegas, dude.
Right, but like those teams are just different than I think the ones that we've mentioned, just in terms of what we've seen from them this year. Like those teams didn't make a second half push; they didn't do shit. You know, the Giants are another. You know, they're probably sticking with Dart. We haven't mentioned the Giants.
Yeah. Yeah, there's talk, like somebody was talking about how they should draft a quarterback. It was kind of like, really? Like,
Yeah.
you took a first-round pick on Dart last year. He's like had some good flashes. You had him and the Cam Scadaboo energy going for a while. They had played well together. Now you're already jumping off the diving board and going in to get another QB.
Yeah. The Dart neighbors Scadaboo thing is a hot trio that it's gonna be talked about a lot. Okay, I feel like we're totally jumping around, but it's still coherent. There's just all of this makes sense in that, like, the quarterback's available. Who needs one? Like these are this is like peak storyline for me. Going into the end of the season and thinking about next year. Excuse me. Okay.
What was like the biggest free agent QB signing last year?
I mean, well, it ended up being Daniel Jones in hindsight.
Yeah. Rodgers going to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
That was probably big.
Yeah. Both free agents, coincidentally.
Fields going to the Jets.
Right. Okay. Are we good on QB, backup QB talk?
Backup QB
My favorite
talk.
thing. Circling back to Epic Falls, the Bucks. Well, the Colts. I don't think there's much to talk about there. That's pretty straightforward. The Bucks was not straightforward.
Yeah.
What's your takeaway? They could still win on Week 18, but if the Falcons win, they still don't make the playoffs. I had never considered that in this comprehensive thing that we did a couple weeks ago. The Saints are playing best football in the division. Tyler Shuck looks like a phenomenal player going in next season. He's probably going to win Rookie of the Year, and we'll talk about Rookie of the Year a little bit. What do you make of the Bucks' second half? What happened? Because they were 7-5, and we were looking at that, and like, oh, they're going to run the table and be like 12-5, and they did the opposite.
Injuries happened for sure. And I also think Baker made some really costly mistakes in some games.
But why? What happened?
I don't know. It's a great question.
Remember who this team beat?
Yeah.
They beat Seattle. They beat San Francisco.
They were clicking.
They beat Houston. Like, they beat peak teams.
Yeah.
It's such a weird downfall. And then they lost to the crap teams.
Yeah.
I'm very emotional about this.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I feel like a lot of it falls on Baker's shoulders. I think there were just some costly turnovers.
Yeah, and I mean, I know all these things.
And defense, they weren't great defensively as the season went on. They gave up a lot of big plays. Their secondary struggled, couldn't guard. They got gashed. Remember, the Lions just ran all over them in that game. Gibbs went off. I think defensively they struggled.
Well, and they had Bucky Irving came back.
Yep.
I feel like the running game kind of took a dip.
Yeah, you're right.
Evans and Godwin came back. Passing game took a dip. Egbuka took a dip.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, you're right. Which kind of falls on Baker, right? Like, I don't know. That's a good point. Coaching too. I mean, there's been some rumblings and grumblings that Bowles hasn't been, doing a good job. He had that post-game rant where he was just cussing all over the place. I think after the Falcons game.
Actually.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I know all these topics are just dropped on you in the moment here.
No, it's great. It's these teams go in a tailspin, dude. I mean, that happens every once in a while. There's a lot of teams, like every year there's one team that starts hot and just, for whatever reason, fizzles out. I mean, they peak too soon,
Yeah, I mean, I guess, like, if you're a GM, like, what are you doing with the Bucks?
Ooh, I don't know. They might move off Bowles, though. He's been there for a long time.
I think that's a guarantee.
Yeah. I mean,
and by the way,
I could totally see that.
They still might host a playoff game.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. All they got to do is win this week. It's amazing. You lose 7 of 8 games and you're still in the playoff race. That's criminal.
We talked a little bit on a previous pod about quarterbacks playing with injuries. I think with the Mahomes injury, we're kind of curious.
Yeah.
Is that what's happening with Baker?
Could be.
I feel like it must, because the guy was just. It
MVP,
doesn't make
dude.
any sense.
Yeah.
At all. I'm just so perplexed by it. There are no answers here.
I think a lot of people are perplexed by it. We don't really know. I don't think anybody knows, or it's hard to pinpoint one thing going on with that organization.
With the stock up, stayed afloat, stock down list, where do you put Baker on that?
Stock down.
Down, so not afloat, down.
Yeah, he went down. I mean,
whoa,
7 months ago, you would say stock up.
wow,
But boy,
well, 7 weeks ago, yeah.
7 weeks ago. Yes.
Wow.
I mean, he started out being in the MVP talk. It's crazy.
Okay.
Definite stock down.
Okay, I think we're good. We touched on Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell and the Lions. Their fall was pretty weird too. They're 8-8 now. I was high on them as a playoff team up until the very end. I thought that I still think they should be.
It's because the PDPR said so. It did, right?
I didn't do so. We're gonna come to a reckoning with that next week.
Oh, okay.
My didn't do any PDPR quarterback rankings this week because I want to wait till next week till the season's over.
Well, they had a good point differential all season long because they could sure score.
So did the Chiefs. So that's why Chiefs and Lions are kind of, injury for the Chiefs, of course. But look, we're looking at I was looking at the stock up, stock down for Jared Goff. Like, is his stock down? No. He's third in passer rating in the NFL. Like, he had the Minnesota game that we didn't get to talk about where it was horrible. He had the Philadelphia game that was horrible. So we kind of, when we want to criticize Goff, those are the games we think of. No, dude. Dude is still legit.
I think statistically, yes, but the eye test doesn't say so sometimes.
Okay.
I think he kind of struggles in big games.
Okay. Fair. QBR.
Can't really run.
So he's 17th in QBR. So the mysterious ratings. He's one of some of these quarterbacks have big gaps between those two ratings, passer rating and QBR. He's one of them.
Yeah, because he can't run.
QBR has to do more with like clutch stats, so that would back up what you're saying. There's something. Yeah. His clutch gene is a little lacking.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially this season, they played some big games and he couldn't. He was off. What was that one game, man? He threw so many picks.
The Eagles, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he a stock down guy or is he a state afloat guy?
Great question. I mean, teetering right on the edge of staying afloat and stock down a little bit. I'd probably, based on the success of the team this year or the lack thereof, I would say stock down a little bit.
Wow. Tough.
He'd probably be on the top of the stock down list.
Right. Lamar, somebody mentioned a Lamar for Goff trade. I don't know why Lamar is being mentioned in trade talks. I think that's insane.
Yeah. Well,
do you put any credence into that?
No, I mean, I think it's insane too.
Like, what the fuck? Who are you going to get that's better?
Yeah, totally.
Do you see that? Who's the ESPN analyst? Not Marcus
Orlovsky.
No, Scott Van Pelt was like, I don't know, man, is Lamar good anymore? And the guy just went off on him like,
oh shit,
like it was just all this like talk of like, is Lamar any good anymore is like kind of infuriating to people who know ball, I think.
Yeah.
But it's out there. On that note, do we want to talk a little AFC North?
Dude, let's do it.
Okay.
Crazy. Come on, Rodgers. How are you gonna throw the ball to Marquez Valdez-Scantling 3 times in a row with the game on the line?
Did you see that Gainwell was wide open over the middle on that fourth down? Wide open for a touchdown.
Whoops.
Surprising. You would think Gainwell would be with that roster.
Yeah, well, and with how much he's gone to him lately, too.
And DK Metcalf being out for punching a fan is just like, that's going to sink their fucking season.
Dude, that's so true. That hurts them so much. They're so much easier to guard.
They have no receivers.
Yeah, that's so true.
I'm so sad about it, dude.
Yeah, that was too much, too.
Because
2-game suspension is too much. It should have just been one.
You're going to suspend him for this Week 18 game?
Yeah.
Come on, dude. That's fucking bullshit. I'm so mad about it, dude.
Yeah.
Because, if they lose, does he retire? I think that the old quarterback, the Phillip Rivers corollary, like, maybe implies that he's going to play one more year.
Yeah.
And he can sign a new contract, so he can. I think the Steelers would pay him more than he took a pay cut this year. So I hope he'll be back, but.
Yeah, who knows, bro?
I mean, okay. There's that. I mean, I'm just going to be glued to this fucking game.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
so invested. A couple things. Lamar's playing. Derrick Henry is just a icon, a fucking legend.
Welcome back.
One of the games of the year.
Fantasy football championship decider.
Yeah, seriously. So we haven't talked since that. So the week of the Steelers-Lions game was the same week of the Seahawks-Rams game, and there was the Bears-Packers game. Just three of the most iconic games in our, frankly, regular season games in our lifetime. Just like
it was a good week.
When you that Detroit, the fact that Amon-Ra actually lateraled that ball and Goff scored, and it would have counted if the offensive pass. Oh my God, what a game! But to come off of that, that's what crushed me. It's like to win that game, and you're just like, you got this division locked. I mean, you said it yourself. Like, I think when we were talking about this, like, there's no chance that like Steelers have this locked. And here we are, man. And now they're at home. Ravens are 3.5-point favorites.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen in that game?
My mind probably goes to Baltimore.
Yeah. So the fucking Steelers are going to blow it.
I just don't have faith in Pittsburgh late in the season. And, every year they seem to collapse somehow, some way. And they just, how do you recover after losing to the Browns?
Well, look, the Browns have beat some good teams this year. They're a weird team.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, maybe just the Packers. Did they beat anybody else who was good?
No, I do think they've had some competitive games against good teams, and they've got a decent defense. Obviously, they can get to the quarterback with Garrett, but I don't know, dude.
So
that's it's a costly loss.
Know, man. Well, but it just showed like without Metcalf, man. That's
right. You're right. I agree.
They got to rely on the run game, which they have. They are going to be at home. Jalen Warren really kind of stepped it up to match Gainwell's contribution, so they have a good run game back there. This Ravens defense has improved. They took a huge swing this year. I mean, that's one of the biggest swings of any team with how bad they were without Lamar and the redhead at the beginning of the season.
They did the same thing last year. Remember how awful they were defensively until they moved Hamilton from like a safety down to a linebacker spot, or did something like that, and it just totally unlocked them. But remember last year we were having discussions. The Ravens are done. They started out like 2-5 or 3-5 or something. The Steelers are going to run away with the division,
or just 0-2.
Yeah, something. And then they unlocked this defensive shift, and it changed the whole complexion of the year for them.
So the question is, Ravens are going to host a playoff game most likely.
Yeah.
Can they make a playoff run now? What if
absolutely.
the Ravens make the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's something weird like that. Dude, I could see it. Obviously with how dangerously talented they are when they're at full strength. Lamar's health's going to be a huge factor. I mean, even if he plays, he's not healthy. That's their big problem this year is like he's had some ailments that have lingered, forcing him to the sideline. So I'd be worried about his health.
What's so interesting to me about this AFC North thing is that I think both Lamar and Rodgers, they get in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They host a playoff game. It's probably going to be against the Texans, so a very difficult game. But the Jags are still in the mix. Technically, not really. They got to beat the Titans. I think the Chargers are locked into a 6 or 7, but I do have those scenarios pulled up. But Jackson and Rodgers getting in the playoffs, they're looking at May and Nix.
Yeah.
And, Stroud's done some things, but they're looking at these younger guys like, fuck that, I can beat these guys.
Totally.
No one's done this more than me.
Yeah. It's so hard to have a ton of faith in both the Patriots and the Broncos because of the lack of experience that those two guys have under center, Nix and May. It's hard to paint a scenario where you're like, oh, yeah, New England's clearly going to get to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Just nobody feels like that because it's like, how are these guys going to react in the big bright lights?
So we have the Patriots, Broncos are 1-2 right now, and then AFC North. Who's our 3 seed in the AFC?
Jacksonville, Houston.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Right. Like, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, yeah. I mean, Bills are going to be...
Oh, shit, the Bills are going to... Oh, the Bills might be a 5. Okay. Either way.
5.
Wow, that's a nice little... Wait.
Which is kind of...
Oh, because it's either going to be Houston, Jacksonville's a wild card, and then Bills, Chargers. Okay.
Yeah, Bills, Chargers. But, yeah, dude, you got... That's why I feel like a lot of people, despite the fact that Buffalo's had some struggles, have faith in them because they've got a QB with a ton of experience.
Yeah, so we got Allen, Lamar / Rodgers. Them against the rest of the AFC is the real question because we got Trevor Lawrence there, unproven. CJ Stroud, a little higher echelon because he's at least won a playoff game.
Yeah, he's played well in the playoffs in his career.
Right, and then Nix and May haven't.
Yeah.
And then Herbert hasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be wild, bro. It's so wide open,
fun.
dude. It's so wide open.
Well, that's what I wrote down is this the most like any given Sunday playoffs that we've had in recent memory, or is it just recency bias?
No, it's, dude, and we saw it like 7 weeks ago. I mean, we started talking about how wide open this year is. There's no clear-cut favorite. Yeah. And we all thought the Rams are going to run away with this thing. Look what's happened to them. I mean, it's so wide open. Any of these teams can do it. And the fact of the matter is, every one of these teams is flawed.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. It's like you can look at all these teams that are in contention and point out something that's wrong with them.
Yeah.
And that's fascinating to me. I feel like it might be one of those years where the team with the best defense wins. And that's why something like Houston that
Denver.
Not very many people are talking about. Or Denver, yeah. And New England's got a good defense too. But, yeah, you're right. I would put Denver ahead of New England, and I would also put Houston ahead of Denver. I don't know, man. It reminds me of that year Trent Dilfer led the Ravens to the Super Bowl, and the only reason was because the Ravens had the nastiest defense that year. Yeah. I could see Houston just literally winning the Super Bowl. Nobody's talking about that. Seattle's got a good defense too.
Yeah. That's NFC. We've been doing heavy AFC. We'll pivot to the NFC in a second. Yeah, man. I think that just like when I'm just thinking about the level of excitement I'm gonna have as a fan this year.
Great point.
It's different.
It's totally different.
Like every game, I'm just like fascinated to see what happens. There's no shitty game.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the best way to put it. Simmons and Sal call it the Shakey's game because they go to Shakey's Pizza to watch the first wild card game on the docket, which is always like the worst one. And it's often like the Texans or Chargers or Jaguars or something who are all in it this year. There isn't one this year.
Yeah.
There's just not.
Yeah, there's not.
The Chargers, I guess, are the worst team in the AFC.
Still want to watch them.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
And you got Herbaugh. And you got Herbaugh. You got Herbert Harbaugh.
Herbaugh.
I mean, you got Harbaugh, dude.
I like that.
Harbaugh's a good coach, man. I mean, he's been in the playoffs before. He's obviously super experienced. Been in the game a long time. That's another guy who could see something and call some right shots at the right moments. And then next thing you know, the Chargers are in the AFC Championship, and you're like, what the hell?
Okay, let's do this. Let's rifle through, and we'll just kind of quick points on each team. What is their major downside? And I'll start with the Chargers. They got crushed by the Commanders at home that I got to see in person. That's weird. And they got crushed by the Jaguars. Granted, Herbert got kind of banged up that game. Those are my two red flags for the Chargers. Maybe we can go back and forth. What's your biggest red flag for the Jaguars?
The Chargers would be offensive line.
Okay.
I feel like they have trouble protecting Herbert. And then in the postseason, defense steps up. Man, for Jacksonville.
Why am I having trouble finding a downside for the Jaguars?
Yeah, that's a good point. They've played so well lately.
Good, dude.
It's so hard to find one lately. They've been unbelievable.
Hottest coach in the game, in my opinion. The coach of the year race is crazy this year.
It is crazy. Yeah.
He
definitely deserves some accolades with what he's done. No doubt.
And that by the way, I'm going to crown best free agent signing of the season is Jacoby Myers and what he's done for that team.
Got a good deal. I think they traded for him.
What is their red flag? Their defense has been good too.
Their defense is pretty solid. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's hard to trust Lawrence in the postseason, even though he's played so well lately. I think he hasn't had that amazing of a season, so it'll be interesting to see what happens in the postseason.
His stats last month have been insane.
That's for sure. But if you pop up those quarterback rankings that we have all year, he was always like CD. He has not had a bunch of great games.
Trevor Lawrence, 22nd in passer rating.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So, I don't know, man. I kind of think that
19th in QBR. What?
Despite his great games lately, he might be a question mark. But you're right. It's hard to find a flaw with Jacksonville right now.
Well, I think you nailed it. It's just inexperience is their flaw.
Ooh, love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and an inexperienced coach.
Right.
Yeah.
They've been choking off points, though. They've been ripping off fucking 40
For real,
pointers.
dude. And Lawrence has got hot. They're scary.
Yeah.
That's a scary team right now.
While we're here, what is your schedule, by the way?
No, I've got all the time in the world. Sorry, my phone just tied to my watch, so I get notifications through my watch.
Gotcha. While we're here, I just want to mention this real quick. The only rookie I have in stock down this
Yes,
year?
sir.
No. What are you doing? I just
thought it'd be funny.
Okay. The only rookie I have in stock down is Travis Hunter.
Yeah, for real. Dude, what if they had Hunter? Do they have Hunter? Is he back?
Dude, that's like Niners drafting Trey Lance level of like, they had this great pick, whiffed on it, at least for this year, and they're still good.
Yeah. Well, Hunter's nasty talent, but he's so fast and so shifty.
Okay.
I think he'll be just fine.
Okay.
But you're right. Tough for them to get hurt this year, not ever really be able to utilize him offensively like they wanted to. Guess they didn't really need to.
Yeah.
Probably come back, play DB next year.
They're a special team. I think they're the most, and I've mentioned this before, they're the Commanders of 2025.
I like
Biggest swing, new coach, just a lot of life. It's like their fans are just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
The Patriots technically should qualify, but they don't because they're the Patriots.
They're the Patriots.
They've been around.
Totally.
So on that note, Jacksonville going to make the AFC Championship game?
Could.
I think they're a good bet because they're going to be underdogs. Take the points.
Yeah.
With Jacksonville, maybe.
Yeah.
Is my thing for the playoffs.
Yeah. I think you're right, dude.
Travis Etienne is a free agent after the season. I want to juice in all the relevant.
And they drafted a guy. Tootin's been nice for them. Their backup.
I forget his name. Yeah,
but he's got a wild first name, Bashal or something. But yeah, he's they've got his replacement ready. I'd be surprised if they re-signed Etienne, even though Etienne had an amazing year.
Right.
They may let him walk, save some money.
Etienne might be a Commander next year.
He could, although he got Bill, man.
I know.
When they let Bill go, Bill's awesome,
bro.
You just got to cut Bill loose.
That Cowboys Christmas game, at least we had some beautiful highlights.
Totally. It's like, dude.
And by the way, we need that. That was actually a perfect game because I want the L's.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we had
some
the Debo knocking the helmet off.
Dude,
we had the Bill run.
Debo playing for a contract was great. It was like, oh, shit, vintage Debo right here. He was balling, dude. Did they
have
re-sign
Josh
Debo?
Johnson come in? He's not a free agent.
He is.
Oh, shit. He wasn't on the Ringer top 40 list.
I think he is.
We sure? Okay.
I think they took some of that money, too.
Okay. Let's get back to our AFC flaws.
That's the only reason Debo was balling the way he was balling. It's because he's trying to show everyone he can still play.
He's been playing hard all year.
Kind of. Except for the middle weeks of the year.
He was still. The team is what it is, man. The team is a fucking mess. So we did flaws. Chargers, Jacksonville. Let's say that the Jaguars. Oh wait, should I mention Jacksonville as a wild card? Who's the other wild card team? I'm already forgetting. So let's say
Bills.
Bills. Okay. Bills flaws.
Lack of playmakers.
Okay, so specifically lack of wide receivers.
Yes.
Because they got the running back playmaker.
Fair.
They got two tight ends that are really good.
Yes. Lack of big play weapons on the outside, I think, hurts them significantly. And I mean, they've had a little bit of trouble protecting Allen lately. He's been under pressure a lot. He's been taking some sacks too. So O-line is a little bit of a problem. I mean, Buffalo is a flawed team. They just have Josh Allen.
I think there's a scenario where the Bills can still get the 5 seed, and we have a Josh Allen playing Lamar Jackson in round 1.
Oh, that'd be nuts. They played. Didn't they play a great? They played a great game earlier this
Week
year.
1.
Yeah, it was. Dude, it was amazing. Yeah, let's get that again.
Man, here's the thing. I'm really rooting for Josh. Josh is kind of like.
I know.
He's like my guy in the NFL where I'm like, we'd be friends.
Yeah, you would, dude. I think he'd be homies with you.
Because Haley Steinfeld.
I watched Sinners last night.
Ever since Haley Seinfeld turned 21, I had a huge crush on her. So I just like I could just connect on him on that level. Like, dude, same types, Josh. We got the same type, bro.
She's a pretty lady.
She's in, one of the great movies of the year. That's about black art, which I care about, and just all the whole vibes. I think end of the day, I think I'm kind of rooting for the Bills more than any team.
Oh, dude, who isn't? Come on, if you're focused in on the nostalgia of the NFL, the vibes of it all, the stories, Buffalo's, they're the darlings, man. You want them to win a Super Bowl so bad when you consider what transpired years ago with Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas and Andre Reed. Marv Levy just getting so close year after year. It's an amazing ESPN E60 documentary about that. Those runs, dude. It would be cool. I would love to see Buffalo win a Super Bowl. Of course, you had all the fun commercials with Peyton Manning and Josh Allen trying to break the curse earlier this year. Those fun little snippets. I believe we talked about that. But, yeah, I'm right there with you, dude. Go Bills, man. And go Josh Allen, California QB.
We run this shit. CJ Stroud. I think my thing with the Bills is that they get down in games early. You mentioned that Ravens game. They were down big. Patriots game that they won. Yeah. Beautiful. Down huge.
Yeah, dude.
Bengals against Burrow. They were looking like they were kind of going to get beat. So I think it's maybe like kind of first half defense with that team. For some reason.
Yeah.
And then they kind of got to pull. They got to really create these epic comebacks.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see that again. And it's just like, it's going to be stressful for it.
Feels like if we see anything otherwise, it'd be a trip. I mean, they definitely trend that way, week in, week out.
Okay, Texans red flag. What's the Texans red flag?
Oh, gosh. I think the Texans' flaw will be like if they can't put up points. I think like if they rely almost too much on their defense and they just can't score. I mean, that's the one thing I would be worried about with them.
Right.
I think obviously they're going to try and, lean on their defense. It's the best defense in the league. But do you get caught in a playoff game where their offense can't move the ball and all of a sudden their defense is on the field a little too much? I think just for them, it's like, how good is their offense?
Yeah. That Raiders game was interesting.
Yeah, it was close, right? Closer than it should have been.
Yeah, they had the two big plays early, blowout, blah, blah. But then Ashton Genty kind of fucking worked them.
Yeah.
Two big plays. And
good point.
We want to talk about Rookie of the Year, too, with that. But
yeah, you're right. That was a little alarming.
Yeah, and then who do they play this week?
But then again,
they
just
play the Colts this week?
Yes. Something like that. Some of their massive favorites.
Okay. So, okay, that's a good one. Yeah, can their offense kind of meet the challenge?
Blowing up here.
Love it. Okay, moving on.
Missed call. Spam risk.
You can always take calls, too. We can pause.
Hold on. I'm on a podcast.
We're
AZ Sports. I'll call you back.
Ravens and Steelers, I think we can kind of pass on those for red flags. Those are kind of obvious. Or there's a lot of them.
Deal. Broncos,
next,
Patriots. Inexperienced.
Broncos, Patriots, just young quarterbacks.
Young quarterbacks. That's it.
Pretty simple.
Pretty simple. I don't think, there's many flaws outside of that.
I think everything points to the Patriots winning the fucking Super Bowl this year to me.
Yeah.
I think, in gambling and like kind of just thinking back on like how I like and dislike teams. I think we talked about like I never like the winners. I'm always like underdogs. But I think that's a great radar for who's actually going to fucking win. Yeah. And like the Patriots still have this nobody believes in us thing.
Yeah.
They're going to be the one seed, but nobody believes in us. Our schedule's the worst. Our schedule's the worst. Blah, blah, blah. Drake May can't win MVP. Schedule's worst. And like it makes my stomach feel like shit thinking that the Patriots are probably going to go through this thing and win it all. Because but there's a reason why I feel that way. It's because I think it's reading into the truth in like a big way and like really seeing something there. So I'm very, very worried about the Patriots just running this thing.
I feel the opposite. Okay. I think the I think the clouds are starting to circle and they're looking mighty purple. The recent news of Stephon Diggs and the potential domestic violence case, the strangulation.
What are you talking about? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, they've got some bad news is surfacing at the wrong time. I think you're gonna get some bad energies starting to circle over the Patriots.
Okay,
will be interesting to see what goes down.
I feel like you're just trying to
New England.
Okay, so I think that's all.
You didn't hear about the Diggs stuff? It's pretty big news.
I didn't. Alrighty, we can move to the NFC now a little bit. While we're here, let's just verify all the playoff possibilities, okay? And this won't take long. We got your Seahawks-Niners. Winner gets the 1 seed, straight up. That's what that Rams loss did last week.
Yep.
Really clarified things. Before we get to this, on that Rams loss note, and I wrote down here, MVP race, congratulations, Drake May. A lot of people still think Stafford's the guy. I think that performance
agree.
killed his MVP candidacy.
Yeah, it very well could have. I would agree with you on that.
And Drake May is playing shitty teams, but he's whooping the shit out of them.
Yeah, he's had great season.
And his stats are insane, and they might be the 1 seed, and Stafford might be the 6 seed. The question is and the answer is no, because it's just the NFL is stupid with MVPs. If the Niners get the 1 seed, why isn't Christian McCaffrey the MVP?
I could see it. I could see him win the MVP, especially if he gets however many receptions he needs to set another record.
Well, it's not a record. That 1,000 club was
something. Yeah, something. 100 something.
I think a lot of people think that 1,000 has never been done before. We talked about this already. It's Roger Craig, Mark Allen, and McCaffrey's already done it.
Yeah, he's done it once. But there was another thing. Anyways.
Okay, so that's the only MVP thing I want to talk about. Was the Stafford blew it with that loss to the Falcons, I think. Okay, so Seahawks Niners straight up. We have the 2 seed situation with Bears and Eagles. That's still open. We haven't mentioned the Eagles once yet. To be fair, we haven't really gotten the NFC, so we will. The Bears win and the Eagles lose. Bears are the 2 seed. Bears lose, Eagles win, Eagles 2 seed. So very simple 1 and 2 seed scenarios. And 3 seed, because the loser of that Eagles-Bears situation gets a 3 seed. So very clean situation here.
Yep.
1 through 3.
And 4.
4 is clean too. We mentioned that the Falcons kind of threw a wrench into this thing. And, man, if the Bucs win and still don't win the division, that'll be something. We haven't mentioned that Bryce Young is likely going to host a playoff game.
Yeah.
I have Bryce in my stock up.
Okay. Yeah. I think he played good this year. Yeah. He definitely took a step in the right direction for his career to have the Panthers where they are in contention. Definitely.
Yeah. And, crappy league, they might be under 500 and win the division.
They've had some nice wins, though.
Right.
And he's played better. Much better than the debacle that was the last couple years.
Well, I saw a stat or a graphic that showed his stats since he was benched last year. Mm-hmm. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's always an interesting player to talk about. Another California guy, and I think his stock is up. And him hosting a playoff game will be big, even though it's going to be against, Seahawks, Rams, or Niners. Speaking of which, the Seahawks lose on Saturday. They are the 5 seed straight up. So Seahawks are either 1 or 5, nothing else. Niners lose on Saturday and the Rams lose on Sunday. Niners are the 5 seed. But if the Rams win, which is most likely, they're playing the Cardinals, and the Niners lose, they go down to the 6 seed, man.
Yeah.
So they're going into Philly or Chicago.
Woo!
Just
huge.
Really
tough places to play.
18.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't want to go into Philly. No.
This is it's not a true playoff game in the sense that it's, losing you're out, but man, the stakes here for the Niners are huge.
Yeah, and you want to be that, I don't know, don't you want to be that 5 seed? Because you want to go play Carolina.
5,000,000%. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But the Rams are not going to lose, dude. I mean, they could, and then it doesn't matter if the Niners lose, and they still get the 5 seed.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen, dude. There's no way. So because the Rams really have something to play for here.
They do, and they had something to play for last week.
True. Against the Cardinals, though, I mean, that'd be a that'd be a miracle if they.
I feel like the
can't
Cardinals
do
and Falcons are kind of similar.
No, Falcons are way better.
Falcons have much better run game, but I don't know. I mean, Jacoby Brissett's done some things.
Packers are locked in at the 7 seed. They're starting some back. They're sitting Love, I believe, again.
Yeah, they're sitting Love and Willis, right? Or is Willis hurt?
Willis isn't playing. No, they're playing some third stringer.
Yeah, they're playing a third stringer. Why aren't they playing Willis? Are they like, no, we don't want people to see how good he is? Something
Good
happened.
question. Saving him for the play. I mean, this is truly it doesn't matter week for them.
Yeah.
It literally doesn't matter. So
it's bizarre. Malik did get a little banged up. Maybe erring on the side of caution for health.
Okay, back to the AFC. The Jags could still get the 1 seed. That's really interesting.
That is so interesting.
The Patriots in this Dolphins game suddenly a little frisky.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Yeah, let's get frisky. I like that.
So, by the way, my dream scenario is still in play.
Okay.
Drake May, 5 seed Patriots, going into Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, it's still in play. One of our best reels of the year. That was our reel of the year.
That was the reel of the year. Good work. Good work on that one.
And then the Broncos could still get the 1 seed if the Jags and Patriots lose. Jaguars are not going to lose. That's the thing. I mean, who do the Broncos play? So if the Jags win like they're going to, and the Broncos win, they still don't get it. The Broncos are playing the Chargers. The Chargers, do they have anything to play for? Is the question. Let's see.
Totally.
Let's get into that. Texans, Jaguars, Chargers, Bills. If the Texans and Jaguars both win, the Texans are the 5 seed. If the Texans, Chargers, and Bills all lose, the Texans are the 5 seed. If the Jags win and the Chargers and Bills lose, Texans are the 5 seed. Okay, so that's what we're most likely going to get. The Texans win, Bills lose. Okay, we've already done that. Okay. If the Chargers win, the Texans lose, the Chargers are the 5 seed. Mm-hmm. Wow. So the Texans, did we already mention who they play?
I think they play the Colts.
I thought that was, yeah, okay, yeah.
But I'm not entirely positive.
Okay. Texans, yeah, they host the Colts. Colts are going to have some rando. Phil Rivers is out.
Riley Leonard, their draft pick.
So they're probably going to win. Then Jags, the Jags-Titans thing, I guess, is the only, a miracle could happen. That feels like more of a possible upset than, the Texans losing to the Colts for some reason to me.
Yeah.
Just really weird. No, you don't agree?
I do.
Okay.
I'm right there with you.
And then the Bills play. Who the Bills got? The Jets. Okay. Okay. So those are still all in play. That's the thing, though, with the 5 seed in the AFC. It's not like the 5 seed in the NFC. No one's probably super thrilled to play Aaron Rodgers or Lamar Jackson on the road. But I guess the Steelers are kind of if out of anybody, that's who you want to play most if you're one of these wild cards. Okay, so bottom line is the Chargers have something to play for.
Yes, bottom line. They all do.
They all do, yeah. Okay.
There's only a few teams that are sitting people. It's nice when the last week of the year comes down to a lot of seeding and potential playoff scenarios, and teams have to play their guys. It's not fun when Green Bay's already locked into the 7 seed and they're like, we're gonna play our third string.
But that's a good point. They're the only team out of 14.
Yeah.
Well, plus because they're 16 teams that are still in this.
Yeah. It's so wide open this year. It's so wild.
Great. That's great. Only one team has it clinched. Their spot clinched. Okay.
Which is in a way kind of good for them because they can rest.
Mm. All right, brother. We got a few more things to go over. We're at an hour 13.
Yeah, we are. 113.
What would we like to talk about?
The flaws of the NFC teams.
Oh, thank you. What do we got? First team, 7 seed Packers. What's their biggest flaw?
Oh, man.
I have mine.
I mean, you lose Micah Parsons, and I think all of a sudden it changed everything. Because before that, they were looking like they were a real dangerous team. And I think Love's health is question mark too.
Also lost their tight end one, Tyler Kraft.
Yeah, Mr. Kraft went out. Kraft cheese.
Now, you were a big Packers guy this year.
I was. I felt them. I felt like they were a team that was going to make a run, and then boom. Micah Parsons' knee blows up.
So it changed for you with the Parsons injury?
Oh, totally. I think it
Okay.
changed for everybody. And that was a dangerous team until that point.
Okay.
They did have some questionable losses, though, this year. Lost to some – I think they lost to the Browns, right?
So you
Or the
believe
Panthers.
in them the least, it sounds like, out of our playoff teams outside of the Panthers? obviously.
Yeah, especially with what's transpired the last few weeks in Green Bay. They will get some rest, though. And I still think they're dangerous. I wouldn't be surprised if they made a run.
I think that I guess my red flag for them, even pre-injury, was that we saw them lose to some average teams.
Yeah.
So they're just susceptible to not scoring or something. I don't know why. But.
Yeah, early in the season. I also think, it was impressive when they swept Detroit and beat them twice, but looking back at that now,
Sure.
it's like, maybe Detroit was, not that impressive of a win, even though they have such great firepower.
5-0 in the division. They play the Vikings this week. They'll probably be a loss, but
That's amazing.
yeah.
That's a good division. They're 5-0 in that division.
But now,
Maybe it's not.
NFC North, Packers are kind of limping in at the 7th. They have
Bears.
the Bears. I'm sorry, forgot about that.
Yeah.
So
Packers,
forgettable.
Bears, and Lions. Woo.
Um,
Nasty.
Okay, 6 seed. Got to be Rams, Seahawks, or Niners. Let's go with the Rams here. Oh wait, sorry. Fuck, dude. It's probably gonna be the Niners, dude. Like,
Yeah.
obviously they have to win, but Rams are likely gonna win. I don't want to put your team at 6, seeing that they could be 1. So if the Seahawks win, so the Seahawks lose and the Rams win, the Seahawks are still the 5. That's important. So let's put the Rams in at 6.
Well, Seahawks would be 1 if they win.
I'm sorry, if the Seahawks lose and the Rams win, the Seahawks are still the 5.
Okay, that's right.
So let's go with Rams. What is your Rams flaw?
Man.
We'll say the Niners beat the Seahawks. That's how we'll go with this.
I feel like the Rams' flaw is defense. And I, this is kind of interesting, but historically speaking, it's harder in the postseason for older quarterbacks. As the season goes on, the wear and tear takes shape. Is that a reason? Could that be why Stafford didn't play well against Atlanta? He threw a couple picks.
He didn't play well because they didn't have Devontae Adams.
Yeah, they're down a weapon, significant weapon. It does feel like they have not been the same team since he went down. No doubt.
They got to have their full. Maybe that's just. I think the story with the Rams is they have to be fully staffed, unlike the Niners. And then when they are, that's when they are who we think they are.
Yeah.
And they're going to be fully staffed for the playoffs. So,
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. They've got some bad losses. That's similar to the Packers. The Rams have some bad losses.
Did they have both receivers for the Panthers game? I think they did, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so
And they gave up 34. That was the thing. They gave up
Yeah.
34 points to Carolina, which doesn't have a very explosive offense. And they gave up Bijan just absolutely gashed them last game. I mean, the 93-yard touchdown. I think at times they have trouble stopping the run. I don't know, man. I think defensively they're going to need to step it up if they want to make a deep run.
Yeah, I mean, they did have 4 picks against Darnold and the Seahawks.
They sure did.
So
and they almost lost that game.
Yeah, so I guess let's compare the Rams to. But here's the thing, though. Like, the Eagles' offense is absolute fucking shit.
Yeah.
So I think that doesn't hurt them playing the Eagles, for instance.
Gotcha.
The Bears have glimpses. They're
Yeah.
good. They're
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
But we're not just like fucking all in on the Bears.
Yeah.
So if those are their first round matchups, and then we obviously have the Panthers are. That'd be a nice little rematch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right that is their red flag, but considering that the Bears and Eagles are 2 and 3 seeds, I think that bodes well for the Rams.
Yeah.
Fully staffed Rams.
They don't like that. That Rams team doesn't like to go into Philly. They do not.
They were crushing that team in that game. I I'm big on just like I like taking the points with Jacksonville.
I don't know.
I'm taking the points with LA in round one.
Yeah, I just there's going to be snow falling. There's going to be sleet coming.
Fucking snow.
It's going to be nasty weather, and the Rams are going to have to go in there, or the Niners. I mean, dude, that is not going to be a fun place to play. And even though their offense is just out of whack, Philly's got a good defense.
Dude, I feel you. And I have Jalen Hurts on my. Jalen Hurts was a tough stock. He's a stock down guy for me. You could say stay afloat.
Totally.
There's still
like
a 2-3
so
seed.
level. Yeah, didn't do anything to really impress. Yeah.
But it's just so blatantly obvious how horseshit the Eagles' offense is. And we're just riding the fact that they are the Super Bowl champions. Fair. They're still possibly a 2 seed somehow.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
But honestly, dude, that's the team I want to play as a wild card week, first round.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
They suck, dude.
Okay. I don't know.
They suck.
They scare me.
Okay. Good Rams talk there. Let's talk Niners instead of Seahawks here. Niners, red flag as a Niners fan. Epic game. One of the games of the year. That was the game of the week last week, of course.
Yeah. Clearly their defense. I mean, you can. Right. Yeah. I mean, they are going to need to make some plays defensively. They can't get after the quarterback all kinds of time. To me, that's their huge red flag.
Road versus home. Is this a big deal for them?
I absolutely think it is. I mean, could you imagine?
Because of weather or because of something else?
Well, yeah, that home field advantage, fans, many factors. Don't have to travel, don't have to get on a plane, sleep in your own bed. So many reasons why home field advantage is important. I think, and the Super Bowl's at their house, so they can make a run.
Isn't it amazing if they get the 1 seed, they don't have to leave?
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. How many times has that happened? That like the actual home team that plays at the Super Bowl site gets to play there.
On a scale of 1 to 10, where is your pit in my stomach? I'm very sad if the Niners lose.
Oh, gosh, that would be tough. I don't know. Maybe not as much as in recent years because I feel like it's been such a crazy season.
I'm talking about the Week 18 game specifically, not the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So because it's such a difference.
Yeah, it is such a difference. Yeah, it would be – I don't know. It would certainly be a bummer, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. Okay. I'm glad they've, made the playoffs. They've clinched a spot. The fact that they're going to be,
So you're at bummer, not into the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. That's perfect. Perfect way to describe it. I mean, we still got a shot, and it's wide open this year. They could easily go into, go on the road and win a game. They could make that happen, dude. And they could end up hosting a playoff game somehow, some way if a 6 or 7 seed wins. Right. I mean, they could still make a deep run. And Purdy's the good thing about them is it seems like Purdy's locked in right now.
Brock Purdy wins my Derek Carr award this week. Yeah. Put some respect on my name. Let me just mention that now. I was down on Brock. Remember?
Yeah, a lot of people.
It was like, we just paid this guy $50 million. Mac Jones looks better. Like, this is a catastrophe. That's what I was thinking and vocalizing.
Sure.
And he shut me the hell up.
Yeah.
This last month in his return. I mean,
he's been great.
They're scoring at will. They're playing with this ragtag group of guys on defense and still playing for the 1 seed. Shanahan is an obvious another coach of the year candidate. In a very difficult season to decide coach of the year.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Okay,
it just takes a guy. Took Brock a couple weeks, then he found his rhythm. He still uncorks some wild throws though, dude. He scares you. Couple of game that are like, whoa, that was aggressive. And hopefully that doesn't come back to bite him in the postseason. Because usually in the postseason, it does. Got to take care of that football.
Such a huge game. They need that home field. Okay, we obviously know the Panthers/Bucks downside. We don't expect anything from them in the first round. Hosting. One thing I will repeat on that is can this finally usher in the death of the worst division winner hosting a playoff game? Can we truly realign this to where you win the division, okay, you're in,
Yeah.
But you're the fucking 7th seed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You don't get to host a home game.
It's happening year after year after year now, too.
But when at 8 and 9, like especially if the Panthers lose and still get in, it's just like, this is pathetic.
It's every year, though, dude. It was that last year, the same thing. And then Houston was like a crap team, and all of a sudden they beat the Chargers, and it was like, whoa, okay.
Okay, I know. And I repeat this all the time. So
No, you make a great point. It's a good talking point every year. I think the Eagles' downside is their lack of offense.
Right.
I think Chicago's downside is their inexperience, both under QB in terms of playoff and Ben Johnson. Well, how's he going to react in the postseason?
By the way, Ben Johnson suffered a pretty bad loss in his first postseason game last season against the Commanders. He wasn't. I think a big takeaway from that game was like that didn't look very Ben Johnson-y. He's doing like wide receiver passes that are being intercepted and shit. Like it was bad. A lot of huge Washington turnovers.
Dude. Great point.
Those Washington turnovers. The reason why that game felt like a miracle from heaven because like we were not intercepting. We didn't have 3 interception games last year.
Great call.
And then we did it in this division division championship game. Division championship game. Yeah, division championship game. So will he learn from that? Sure. Caleb is like. Still, for as talented as he is, and I think his real talent is his evasiveness back there, not getting sacked. He's pulling off these miracle
and his arm
evasions.
Strength,
good arm strength. His confidence is there. But I think, that elite level of confidence is great. You need it.
Yeah.
Right? But at some point, it can come to bite you in the ass.
Totally.
Because it can cause you to, having some humility and being grounded. Like, there's this balance of, like, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, nobody can beat me. And, just when I always played football, just on a personal level, I was always terrified of the opponent no matter what.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. I never underestimated them, So I wonder if that's a thing with Caleb that will hurt the Bears in the playoffs.
I feel like you're onto something. I remember some of the big bowl games, USC. He kind of seemed he was a little too big for his britches. Yeah, he's a little too big-headed in those games.
I mean, it would be really, really interesting if the 2 and 3 seed both lose
opening round games. Yeah, I could see it.
I would love to see that. Bears and Eagles, and then Seahawks, the only team we haven't mentioned. What is the Seahawks' downside?
It's hard to find one, right? I mean, I read that they might have they might be down to their 3rd string left tackle this weekend. So maybe protecting Darnold is problematic for them, but I don't know if they are. I mean, for me, that's the toughest team to really find a big flaw in. I think clearly you worry about how Darnold's going to do in the postseason, but right now, how they're playing, how they do defensively, what they can do rushing the ball. They obviously have the best wide receiver this year so far. I mean, it's just they're pretty good.
Kenneth Walker, free agent. I'm just going to dip back into our categories here. That's interesting. I have JSN as a stock up guy. So that's an interesting category. Like JSN and Puka, they're still stock up guys, even though they were great before the season. Like that's a different level of stock up.
Right.
So, and I feel like we could kind of break that down maybe later. But, I mean, I can't just get the 4 interception game out of my head, and I can't get the, God bless them for coming back against the Rams.
Yeah.
I can't get the kind of first half of that out of my head.
Even though he got a big win, it was kind of like, ooh, he didn't play that great.
He did it.
But, thanks to a punt return.
Right.
There were some
and
very
that
big
weird-ass 2-point conversion.
There were some big plays in that game that went their way.
That said, whenever I'm kind of scrolling through Instagram to find clips for the AC Sports Pod Instagram page, just a lot of Seahawks stuff. A lot of like the Seahawks are
you got to get
great
them out
at
of
this.
your algorithm, man.
They're great at this. They're great at that. They're great at this. Like this was their year in a lot of ways. I want to say like their run defense is like insanely better than the second best run defense. Stuff like that. And Sam Darnold, like first guy to win back-to-back 13-game seasons since like only Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. Like all these really big milestones they hit this year. My question to you is: Sam Darnold a stock up guy? Or
Yeah.
Is he a level?
I feel like he's increased his stock even more this year.
He has to have, yeah.
You know, I mean,
that was a dumb question.
I feel like no, it's a great question because he's practically had the same exact season he had last year, just for a different team, which is tough to do, man.
Is Brock Purdy a stock up guy?
Oh, based on the injury this year, I would say he's just kind of stayed afloat, even though he's played great as of late. But it's taken him to play great as of late to not be a stock down guy. I mean, if he just came back and played average, be stock down.
Mac Jones might be the biggest stock up. Well, Drake May is the biggest stock up guy.
Oh yeah, good one.
Unfortunately, but
Mac Jones did increase his stock.
Just the disparity, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good one.
But Purdy is a stock. To me, he kind of is a stock up guy after these last few weeks because I just really think that because of Mac Jones, that like he had so much to prove, and if he didn't start winning, dude, it would have went real quick.
Agree with you wholeheartedly from that perspective. Like Mac Jones's performance definitely put the spotlight on Brock, and he answered.
All right, brother. We've done our comprehensive playoff dive. How we feeling?
Great, man. Just nervous.
Let me mention some other stock guys that haven't been mentioned. Caleb Williams, an obvious stock up guy.
Yeah.
Tyler Shuck, big stock up guy.
Man, dude. Shuck's balling, dude.
Rookie of the year while we're there. We have Tyler Shuck. We have...
Think he locked it up?
Do you remember and McMillan are the two guys?
Remember earlier this year we were like, there's no way a quarterback wins Rookie of the Year this year. And then it was like, yeah, somebody's going to play well late, and because it's under center.
I think you must have said that.
No, it was you who was like, dude, there's no way this year it's going to be in Buka.
No, right. I think you were the one that said somebody's going to.
Yeah, it was like, dude, if Dart gets hot or some quarterback gets hot.
Dart was your guy, I want to say.
Yeah, at that time, for sure.
Egbuka was an early favorite. He died down.
He could still get it.
Why aren't we talking about Ash and Genty for this?
Oh, gosh.
Dude, stats are lit.
Are they good? Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe.
After the Texans game?
It's hard to say who's going to win that award this year. It's really hard. I mean, I don't feel confident in any of these guys. Like, enough to say, oh, you got clear-cut winner of the rookie. They deserve it. It's a bunch of, like, I mean, it could be a defensive guy that nobody's talking about.
Yeah, by the way, to be clear, I'm not evolved enough to talk about anybody outside of position players on this podcast yet. Never talk defense, never talk offensive line.
Well, that's a good question. I mean, I haven't done much research into who's going to win the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, no, I mean, everyone's saying it's just between Shuck and McMillan. I'm just looking up homeboys. Genty's stats here. Yeah, we got 888 yards rushing, 339 receiving. So he's around 1,200 total yards. He has 10 touchdowns, dude. What are we talking about?
He only has 888 yards rushing?
Yeah.
That's rough. I don't know if a running back who doesn't eclipse 1,000 rushing yards.
But total yards are close to they're 1,200. And 10 touchdowns? That's crazy.
It's not bad, man. Not bad. Especially for how terrible they are.
Right. So I think he's my runner-up for the Derek Carr Award because, you know, with Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt doing what he did early on, and he took a lull with that team, but then now he's bounced back. Monangai on Chicago, these two guys that were late running back draft picks,
crazy,
just brought in this narrative of like, why the hell would you draft a running back 6 when a guy like JCM or Monangai are so good? And so to me, Genty's like, he's kind of fought back against that narrative, and he's come out as the top rookie running back.
Monangai's nice, man. That dude hits the hole hard. Yeah, and Bill. Good to see Bill resurface again.
Yeah, Monangai and Krosky-Merritt are, you know, to me, it's those two and Genty who are the 3 running backs.
Yep,
rookies.
agree. Judkins is decent also.
Oh, right. Yeah, he got brutal injury.
But McMillan's probably going to win it.
You think so?
Tet McMillan, man.
He's really good.
He had a good season.
I think it's tough not to give it to I mean, I guess what will hurt Shuck is that he only played.
Bless me. Sorry.
He only played half the season.
First sneeze of the year on the ball. Yo, let's go.
Clipping that.
I blessed myself, man. I'm sorry, America. I shouldn't have done that.
Bro, I think we got it all. The last thing we have to talk about, we didn't get to Pro Bowl rosters. Should we zoom through that real quick?
Okay.
Let's read them off. Well, first, Josh Allen broke the career QB rushing touchdown since we spoke last. So
until Lamar breaks it next year.
Right. And then Myles Garrett, I feel like there's been speaking of records, still hasn't got it.
One away.
Have you been following that? Has there been some weird drama around this? The narrative with the Steelers is like they put all their energy into stopping me instead of winning the game, which I don't think that's true. But before that game,
read about that. Yeah.
Before that game, I think somebody came out, I think, and said like we're gonna make sure he doesn't get that against us. Like they actually said that publicly. Do we feel weird? There's something weird about this.
Yeah.
Like
probably not the best.
Picking on Garrett or something? I don't know.
Choice words for Tomlin to say.
What do you
Especially,
say?
Probably not the best choice of words for Tomlin to say.
What do you say?
Probably should have just left it alone if he had actually said, we're not going to let that happen. Maybe focus on winning the game.
How do we feel if Garrett doesn't get it? There's just some weird energy around this to me. I don't know.
I always feel like when the concentration of any athlete gets onto this stage of winning an award, takes away from the team's success. The only time that I'm down with it is when like a scenario surfaces like last year when Mike Evans needs one more reception to get the incentive for making more money. And the teams do everything they can to get him the ball, and then all his teammates rally around him. I like that part of it.
Still felt kind of weird.
It does feel kind of weird. It's still, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
But that's like the only time that I'm like, okay, that's all right. That's cool. But yeah, when you start focusing on individual accolades, that's always a tricky area.
There's something, I don't know, I'm trying to put my finger on it. There's something about Garrett in the league. And, of course, he had that huge issue with Mason Rudolph a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And then we also look at a guy like DK Metcalf. These two, like, kind of superhuman men in this league.
Athletes,
right? And DK Metcalf
specimens
just had this issue punching somebody, right?
Yeah.
And the rumor is, I don't need to say it, but both those things happened for the same reason, right? They were slurs thrown out.
Oh,
we don't know if this is true.
Okay.
But, like,
there's
something about these two men. And, like, these there's something off about how they're being treated or something. I don't know, dude. I'm trying to put my finger on it. Like, because these are, like, just elite men in this league.
Elite athletes.
Metcalf, Garrett. Like,
yeah.
And I feel like, and I mention this because I think that they feel this way. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up. That if you talk to those men, that they would have some certain feelings about something in this league, whether it's with players, fans, maybe front offices. I don't know. It's like they just feel like these kind of superhuman elite level, like not just good athletes, but these are like undeniably like great men. Like we got those stories with Aaron playing catch with DK early in the season, right? And Aaron went on Pat McAfee and was like, DK Metcalf is one of the most upstanding guys I've ever met in my life. Like the way that he interacts, like, and they're just, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't know if I said anything right there, but I'm feeling it.
Okay, I like it. It's interesting.
And we need other people in on these conversations, as if happened in the past on this podcast. But
I wonder, that fan has been very vocal about, like, I did not call him a slur.
Why would he say otherwise?
Sure.
He put on a fucking press conference. Fuck that guy.
He did. Dude. It's hard
piece of shit
to, I don't know, side with one or the other without knowing the full story.
I know. Yeah, that's why. And again, I'm just bringing up possible things, and just when the radar goes off a little bit, it's going off in these situations for me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I brought that up. It's just, this amazing player now. Well, I just he needs to get this record. He deserves it. And I don't know. I love this guy. I love this guy. I love Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Free Myles Garrett. Free DK Metcalf. Okay.
Come to San Francisco, dude. Come here, dude.
I know, right?
It's an inclusive town.
Okay, Pro Bowls. Pro Bowlers. Let's go. We don't got a ton of time here. We do if we want, but we can just kind of list these off since some of the listeners might not know who the actual Pro Bowlers are this season. 3 quarterbacks: Matthew Stafford, Sam Darnold, Dak Prescott. Let's maybe just, if you have an issue, I guess is the question here. We're going red flags. It's the theme of this pod.
The NFC's wide open. Or, I mean, not wide open. Well, obviously it is, but the NFC's wild because there are a lot of guys that could be that third quarterback. I mean, Dak had a good year. I mean, you could put Caleb there. I mean, Caleb.
It's funny. That's who came to my mind, too.
Yeah. I mean, Caleb had a great season. You could have, you were talking about, I don't know, Goff. You mentioned some of the numbers with Goff. He had a couple tough games, but
you said he was a stock down guy.
He's kind of a stock down guy, but the numbers reflect otherwise, right? You statistically, you pointed him out. I certainly wouldn't pick him, but the point that I'm trying to make is there are a lot of good quarterbacks in the NFC. I mean, Jordan Love had a decent season before he got hurt. You talk about, the year that Baker Mayfield started out having. Obviously, he fell off the cliff. Yeah. Brock Purdy's played well of late. I mean, there's a lot of good QBs in the NFC.
Here's the thing. Dak Prescott has been a top statistical guy all season.
Yeah.
He's played every damn game
which he does
this year.
Yeah.
He elevated, the Cowboys are the Chiefs this year, same kind of team to where, well, different, but Cowboys are the Lions. It's like they really amazing offense somehow didn't work out for him this year. By the way, Pickens and Javonte, both free agents this year, just worth noting. But Prescott, I love that he's there. I think he totally deserves this. And, it's not a playoff team, so it stands out. But I really like that pick as someone who kind of paid attention to those numbers closely.
Yeah, well, Dak's always incredible statistically.
Right.
Whenever he plays, he puts up big numbers.
Stafford is the starter. Okay, so interesting. Caleb is the guy that kind of came to our minds.
Yeah. On that. I mean, he would be number 1 to be left off the list.
Or number 4 in this case.
Yeah.
Okay, running backs. Jahmyr Gibbs, Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson. Quite the trio, my friend.
No arguments there.
No gripes there. I mean, Gibbs is the starter. Maybe there's a gripe there.
Yeah.
As an owner of him in fantasy, he had these fucking lulls that were really frustrating.
Did, especially late in the year.
Yeah, and he kind of lost fantasy for a lot of people with that last few games of his. So I might put McCaffrey in there as a starter.
Yeah,
I might go McCaffrey, Robinson, Gibbs in
I could
my
see
order.
that. Yeah, especially what have you done for me lately?
No question there though with those 3. Kyle Juszczyk, notable here because he retired for a minute.
Yeah,
came back and now he's a Pro Bowler again.
Yeah, he's best fullback in the game.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
That's a great question. I would probably say so, considering how successful his career has been.
He's got to be.
He's got to be. He's one of the greatest fullbacks to ever play.
We saved our best take for the end right there.
Yeah.
Kyle Juszczyk, Hall of Famer. Wide receiver.
Juice.
Look at these fucking. I really love looking at the groups here.
Yeah.
Puka, JSN, Pickens,
yeah,
and Amon Ra. Clear cut 4.
Yeah. What percentage of CeeDee Lamb is butthurt?
I think he's fine because those two are like peas in a pod. Like their personalities really mesh. I think they're both just ultimately totally rooting for one another.
I think secretly CeeDee Lamb hates him. Whoa. Because wide receivers are divas.
Big disagreement there.
Yeah,
wow.
CeeDee Lamb says, "This is my team. I want all the balls. I'm open. Quit looking at Pickens. I'm open. Give me the touches."
Are you familiar with the rapper NBA YoungBoy?
Yes.
Many people call George Pickens NFL YoungBoy.
Okay.
The listener might be able to read these. Him and CD both, man. They are dudes that are on the same page. I'll just say that. I think that CD's happy for him, but Pickens, free agent,
I'm sure CD's happy for him, but I also think CD internally is a really competitive number one wideout for years in his career, wants to be there.
True.
Maybe jealous a little bit.
Tight ends. McBride finally scored some touchdowns this year.
What a beast.
McBride and Kittle. I don't think we have any gripes there. I'm trying to think of another tight end that might even pop out in that conversation off the top of my head. I don't think I can.
Loveland had a nice season, especially late for Chicago. That dude's a beast.
I think if Kraft plays a full season, he might get it over
Yeah,
Kittle.
he would have been in for sure.
Over
Good
Kittle?
point. He was having a great year. Kyle Pitts had a good season. You know, he had a couple really good games. Really kind of resurrected his career this year. There was a lot of talk about Pitts being a complete bust.
Also free agent, Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, he was decent this season.
Okay, because we're a position player podcast, PPP, I'm going to kind of zoom through the linemen. Unless you want to say anything about offensive line.
Just big gets for Chicago in the offseason to shore up that line and protect Williams. Joe Tooney was a nice get.
Good point. Oh, Micah still got Pro Bowl. Interesting. We're gonna zoom past that. Let's go to the AFC position player Pro Bowl. Quarterbacks. Wait, can we guess without looking first?
Guess for the AFC. Drake May, Bo
Josh.
Nix.
No,
Josh.
Bo didn't make it, I bet.
Drake May, Josh, CJ, nah, Trevor Lawrence.
Yes, I'm gonna go Lawrence. Even though, are we gonna be right? Wait, let me think before we throw up. Herbert over Lawrence.
Really?
Okay.
It's bizarre.
Allen, Herbert, May are our three quarterbacks.
Not really a problem. I mean, actually, I do have a problem with Herbert. I do have a problem with that.
Who are we looking at in the AFC instead? I mean, you know what's funny is if Jones doesn't get hurt, I think he's in the running for that.
Agree. Rodgers, dude.
Nah. I mean, maybe if they ran away with the North. I mean, Burrow and Lamar we're out of the, and Mahomes, the big three, out of the equation this year. So that really opened things up. I mean, I think
Mahomes was kind of a monster.
Yeah, but then he wasn't, too.
I wonder if he would have got in if he didn't get hurt.
I like that Bo's just out of the conversation entirely.
No, you're right. He didn't really light it up. He's been more of a game manager for them.
Herbert over Lawrence is a decision. Let's see. He had 23 and 16, Herbert, touchdowns, interceptions. Lawrence, 26-12. Oh, okay. Yards, 37 versus 37. Oh, basically identical. Oh, wow. Very similar seasons. I think, but yeah, that's the thing. Lawrence, just symbolically, what he did for that team.
Yeah.
And the Chargers did great, too.
Yeah.
But just that turnaround, you
totally
kind of got to give it to Lawrence there.
Yeah.
Very similar seasons, though. Okay, running backs. Jonathan Taylor, Devon Achane, and
an amazing
James
season for
Cook.
the train. Achane was amazing.
I think we feel pretty good about that list, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Derrick Henry left off.
Yeah. I mean, other than the last game.
No, okay. I'm looking at total yards here. I mean, Breece Hall had a great season. It's fine. He obviously didn't get top three. Chase Brown with a late push. He had a horrible year, so he's not really in the equation. Yeah, I think Henry is the number 4 guy here. But I think that 3 is pretty solid.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay. We like that. Fullback Patrick Ricard from the Ravens. Don't even know who that is. Wait, what?
Pat's a hammer, dude.
Look at this wide receiver core.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Jamar Chase. I had him as stayed afloat with this stock. Nico Collins, who we haven't mentioned really all year on this pod. You have a few times.
Yeah, Nico.
It's good.
He's good.
Zay Flowers?
Yeah.
And Cortland Sutton?
Yeah, Cortland Sutton had a good year.
That is the weirdest group. None of these guys are sniffing
Yeah, I think it's kind of like the AFC isn't really an explosive offense conference.
I really, that's a fascinating storyline that I didn't really realize until right now.
Yeah, the NFC lights it up, man. The NFC's about that offense.
Dude, the AFC wide receivers are boo-boo.
Well, yeah, and even the QB's kind of boo-boo. I mean,
Got you to say boo-boo.
He's for real, dude. The AFC offense, the AFC's, I mean, when you consider New England, Denver, and Houston, it's sort of a defensive conference.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, obvious, but I just seeing this wide receiver list really kind of hit hard for some reason.
Yeah, agreed. There's not some, I mean, outside of Jamar,
Wow.
it's a little to be left
Already.
desired. But boy, Kelsey got in at the tight end spot.
Oh, God, dude, what a joke.
People were saying he's washed.
What a
He's
fucking
done.
joke.
He had a good season.
Brock Bowers. Just an absolute stud. Vegas, I want to say, kind of sat him with a fake injury these last couple games, so they could lose.
And they also basically punted any opportunity of keeping Max Crosby happy also.
Alrighty, Ross.
Stormed out.
Max Crosby. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he stormed out of the office because they said, nope, dude, you need surgery. And he was like, what? I can play. Which is another thing, dude. It's another thing. That guy was playing on probably like a torn ligament in his knee the last few weeks. And it wasn't healing properly. And now and they had his meeting with the higher ups, and they're like, we need you to get surgery. And he's like, I don't want surgery. I want to keep playing. I can play. There's another. We were talking about this, dude. Like, this happens in the league more so than people realize. These guys are playing on some torn up. You could just shoot it up, dude, and you'll be ready to rock.
I think that's got to be the Baker theory. Like, he must be playing and severely injured the second half of the season. Sorry, just to circle back to that unanswerable question.
Could be having something with his thrown shoulder.
Okay, I think we got a pretty comprehensive pod in here.
What do you got today?
What's
the defensive AFC here?
Oh, defensive AFC.
I just want to scroll on down that puppy
we got our offensive line: Broncos, Bills, Chargers, Broncos, Colts,
back.
Chiefs.
That's good for the
Chiefs. A couple Chiefs on the offensive line. Defense, of course, Will Anderson, Garrett Crosby. That's quite the trio there.
Yeah, that's insane.
Chris Jones, Jeffrey Simmons on Titans. Okay.
So yeah. Pittsburgh, Watt's back. Watt's going to play this week.
Oh, thank God.
Yes,
that's huge.
Big for them.
Zach Allen on Denver.
Azeez Al-Shaair, baby, former Niner. D'Amico.
Benito's just a staple. Roquan Smith. Azeez Al-Shaair. That's kind of a new name. Middle linebacker.
Azeez, dude. Fucking former Niner, dude.
Tuli Tupulotu. Yeah. I don't even know his name. Chargers. Good job by him. Singley, Surtain, Christian Gonzalez, Denzel Ward.
Yeah, that's good. And your safety, Ramsey.
Oh, nice.
And Hamilton's a beast.
Derwin James. Love Derwin James.
How's that punter for the AFC?
Oh, yeah.
He's a
How can we forget? The punter for the AFC this year. Where are we at? Wait.
Jordan Stout. Damn.
Where is it? Oh, right there. Ravens.
You know that punter for the NFC?
Should we go look?
It's your Washington Commanders' only Pro Bowler, Tressway.
Fucking sad. 2025 sucked.
Oh, it sucks, bro. Shit.
Tressway.
Be back next year.
Ooh, Rashid Shaheed, return specialist. All right. Yeah.
Buddha.
We're going into Week 18. Great pod by you this week.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like I was rusty after a couple weeks off.
Well, I think we got a ton in.
We got to make our picks.
Okay, so
we're done.
The one thing I do think Week 18 is a wash on is our picks,
because
it's just
so hard.
A lot of bullshit happening.
Feel you.
So I think we're locked in stone. Well, we didn't intend for it to end this way, but Ross ended the season at 64-66. I was 62-68. Congratulations, Ross Field.
Thank you.
Really, staved off of nice. Oh, This is the air horn moment.
Beep, beep,
Oh,
beep.
wait, you turned your mic, by the way, as we finish.
Okay, here we go. Let me
Sorry.
give it. Let me.
We got
Beep, beep,
2
beep. Okay, well, hold up, dude. Yeah, I staved off a late flurry of Derek chemistry and science behind his
Right.
amazing picks.
Okay, I want to end the pod on one little combo, one meta combo, and maybe one will come to mind for you. as you got to get out of here. It's 3:40. We love how these divisional games happen at the end of the year, right?
Okay.
Makes for some great drama.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the times it ends up being a bummer too. Like, oh, this game should have been huge. It's not because X, Y, Z. This year, it really just came down to 2 pivotal Week 18 games, divisional games that are for the 4 seed, basically the worst divisions in each conference.
Okay.
Here's what I want.
Yeah.
A little change to the schedule here.
Okay.
I think we stack divisional games only at the very beginning of the season and the very end. And this way we get to see, okay, what the Giants and Eagles look like in week 1,
Yeah.
and then what they look like in week 18, and
Yeah.
everything in between is non-division. We
Yeah.
don't mess around. There's no week 10 division games. There's no week 6
Yeah.
division games. There's no week 13 division games.
I'm not opposed to that. That's great.
It might. I feel like this would be really big. Just the whole compare and contrast of where these teams were at the beginning versus the end of the season, and like we still get the pivotal late in the season games. It could be, let's say, 17, 18 only,
Yeah.
and 1 and 2 only. And it just, I don't know, man. It seems a little more special, like if we just compartmentalized it and made it that way only. That's my new rule for 2026. Do you have a new rule that I didn't prep you with? Possibly that can come to mind. Anything you want to see in the league change? I know you brought up one about reviewing
That's
penalties.
the only thing. Yeah, that's where my mind goes. It's like it's so dumb to me to go to a rules analyst in the booth who agrees or disagrees with the call on the field, but you can't have a moment of buzzing down to the refs to get the call right. It's so crazy when, Terry McCauley's like, well, I didn't see any hand fighting there that disrupted the receiver from catching the ball. And it's like, okay, bad call, and they don't fix it.
Well, that would be the third related thing that is the catch rule.
Yeah.
Do we need to make changes to the catch rule?
Yeah, that surfaced a little bit again this year,
lot
didn't it?
bit.
Yeah.
I mean, that Isaiah Likely, free agent.
Yeah.
That catch was kind of the most infamous play of the year with
Yeah.
this pivotal Ravens-Steelers game.
Yeah, which was clearly a catch. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But the NFL could, use some improvement, officiating, getting calls right, making sure that the experience is more, enjoyable for the fans, the organizations, and as well as like more authentic of a product. Just make the calls right.
So, it's 2026. AI kind of dominated 2025 in the national zeitgeist, international zeitgeist, global.
Yeah.
We had a tiny little AI implementation this year that wasn't really talked about a ton. I don't know that it was used a ton. Or there was like
The ball.
Yeah, with the ball.
Yeah.
I'm big. Baseball podcasts are going to start in February. Open mic for you anytime.
Nice.
I think I found a guy though, a film guy who wants to do baseball. So I'm excited about that. Dustin
Sweet.
Vaught. So I really look forward to that this year. You hopping in when you can. I'm big on let AI take over officiating in baseball and call balls and strikes since we can see it, and I think it's a big problem, the human element to that. Do we incorporate AI into penalties specifically? Offensive, defensive pass interference, holding.
Yeah.
The first instinct might be like, oh, it's not possible. Yes, it is possible.
Yeah.
Everything's possible with AI now, to the
Yeah.
most minute detail. I'm kind of for it, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it would just be so tough because then you'd have to real hard time determining what exactly is a penalty and isn't a penalty because there's so much just physical interaction on the field, like I feel like the robot would have a tough time being like that's not pass interference. You know
well,
what I'm
my
saying?
counter to that is I think it's the exact opposite. I think that we get in our MIT and Harvard guys, and the real work is done down to the minutia of what the definition of holding is. I think we can do that.
Yeah.
You know? Because there's no end to how detailed we can get with AI.
Yeah.
Like, we can go all the way. And by the way, it can watch all 22 guys on the field at all times.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It might sound insane. For as much as I hate AI, and we talk about this on the film podcast a lot and how that's coming into the film world and the art world, and like we got to kind of keep it out as much as we can. When it comes to officiating, bring it.
Yeah.
I don't like the human element of officiating. Some people do. They like the mistakes almost. Like it adds to it. It adds to the drama.
Yeah.
Just like I don't want snow games for playoffs, I don't want human elements in telling me what the actual penalties are.
Yeah.
And that's my...
I'm there with you.
That's how I'm starting off 2026.
I think he could definitely see some improvement, especially football, especially when they go to the booth and the actual rules analyst is like, nope, that was a shitty call.
Yeah.
And they don't get it right. That just drives me nuts.
Yeah. Great.
It's like, how do you not buzz down to the crew and tell the crew? Like, it's like they're reviewing it. And Terry's like, well, I don't think it's a penalty. And then the ref gets on there and goes, like, holding or pass interference or whatever. And you're like, wait, what? Like, you just had the guy tell us it wasn't a penalty. That's crazy. They can't get that right, dude.
Part of me is like, us middle-aged white guys, like, what would we have to complain about if it wasn't for officiating in the sports that we love?
First world problem.
No, there's nothing we like more than to complain about officiating.
I care about my team, and when my team gets screwed over, or my fantasy player gets screwed over, it's definitely a selfish thing. But it's also just like an experience thing, like from a product scenario, like a product that you're putting out there that's consumed by so many people in a $1 billion industry, multi-billion. Right. It's like that one area seems to me like it could use a lot of improvement, and they just don't address it year in and year out. I also want to see what goes into training refs. I think that would be fascinating, dude. I want to know more about...
You pitched your reality.
Yeah, it's like I want to know more about what these guys are doing, or why don't we make this a full-time job and give these... officials and referees more of an incentive to be dialed in and really good. Like, I think it could only help.
Right. I agree with that.
And it's in which the whole I don't know, perception of officiating is fascinating when you consider, what's transpired in basketball, when you've had like clearly games altered, and you've had officials, like proven guilty that they bet on games. Like there's like some bad
Great
stuff.
point.
There's some bad stuff going on. Like they could clean that up across all sports and do a better job with that.
That's such a phenomenal point, because the fucking NFL is rigged culture online is it's like an epidemic.
Yeah.
And like obviously just get offline, don't pay attention to it. But if you're on it, it's like it bothers me. It's a pet peeve of mine that the people that think that these leagues are rigged, and in some cases they have evidence to think so.
Yeah. Well, and then there's some situations where, like, you're watching a Sunday night game. It's nationally televised. And there have been some scenarios recently where the refs haven't got, the calls right in huge games. And then a flag will be thrown, and they'll, like, go to the rules analyst, and the rules analyst will say that's not a penalty. And then all of a sudden the head referee comes on and says, like, there's no foul on the play, and they pick the penalty up. And you're like, wait a second. Did they just have a moment where they communicated with the rules analyst? Like, you have those times, too, where you're like, they got it right. But then the next week they don't get it right. And you're just like, wait, what is going on right now? Like, am I in the Matrix? This is so weird.
We got to get AI involved.
Yeah, well, that's a good point, too. I mean, I agree with you. It'd just be hard, because I feel like there's so much hand fighting. Like if you're a DB,
we can get it done.
How do you,
we can get down to the fingertip if we want.
I feel like there would be a penalty every play.
Well, that's an interesting point.
Yeah,
but then, then we got to change how we play. At least there's an objective measure.
Yeah, totally.
And also that could also mean easing up on what a holding call it. Like, it doesn't mean that we have to be strict. It means we could ease up certain things.
Right.
I think that all that, as complex as it might sound, in 2026 with AI, it's honestly kind of not anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely trending in that direction too, where that technology is going to be incorporated into so many avenues of our life, and more so. It's going to be more and more present.
Right.
So might as well take advantage of it.
I mean, we have quantum computers now that like figured out like 18 billion years of like equations in like 2 hours. So I think we're good. Okay. Good luck tomorrow. The 49ers host the Seattle Seahawks at 5 p.m. Pacific time, January 3rd. The Panthers and Bucks play at 1:30 in Tampa.
Woo!
We have no Monday game. We got Sunday night, Ravens at Steelers. We got a night game, folks.
What a good weekend.
In the cold, we got a lot of late games. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 late games. That's none of them really matter. Chargers Broncos matters a little bit. Eagles Commanders matters a little bit. Bears Lions matters a little bit. And Cardinals Rams matters a little bit. Early games. Titans Jags matters. Saints Falcons technically matters if the Falcons win. And Colts Texans matters. So those are the games to look out for. You can follow Ross at RunRossRun. Do you have 2 minutes to tell us about your fucking running life over the
crazy, bro?
We weren't recording when you spoke when you first came in.
So Fleet Feet Chico puts on a challenge, holiday hustle, from the beginning of Thanksgiving, so the last week of November up until the new year. The goal is to hit 100 miles, running, walking, or hiking, any combination. I got into a battle with a good friend of mine, Neil, who's an amazing runner, 56 years old, super, super runner, so structured, efficient, just knowledgeable, an incredible runner. But we kind of challenged each other, and we've been hitting the pavement and the trails pretty damn hard. And at the end of the year, I had 676 miles ran and walked and hiked.
Oh, that was for the whole year.
No, I mean, from November, Thanksgiving, to the end of the year.
I don't see
so
how that's
a month
possible.
and a week. Yeah, dude, we averaged 17 miles a day. We were on the move, bro. It was crazy. Neil did 630 something. So I outlasted him just barely right at the end, made a push to take the Holiday Hustle Championship. What did I win? Nothing. But just a little bit of bragging rights.
Glory on the pod.
And I feel like I lost 15 pounds. I did a speed workout yesterday. I was faster, lighter on my feet. It was wild. Felt wild. I actually felt lighter. It was pretty wild. But I don't know, dude. Competitiveness gets the best of us. It was dumb, but it was fun. Yeah, and I don't know what got into me other than just like, I'm going to win this shit.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was stupid.
You should have national news stories covering what you did.
No, bro. There's a lot of people that run a lot of miles, man. But yeah, it was
17
cool.
miles a day averages. I honestly can't comprehend that.
Yeah, I was doing. There were a couple like 30-mile days in there. There were a couple just bruisers.
All right. Follow Ross at RunRossRun on Instagram and the TikToks. He posts a good amount of content.
Yeah, we're doing
content.
daily running vlog videos.
It's crazy.
People.
The guy talking. You say I churn out content. I don't compare to you.
Oh, thanks, bro. Well, here, this is going to be on the Ross vlog today. We're on AC Sports Pod. Let's go.
YouTube at AC Sports Podcast, Instagram at AC Sports Pod, Facebook at AC Sports Podcast. I also want to plug a couple other AC Podcast Network shows. That handle's been changed, by the way. No more All Swede Collection. Too hard to spell. You can go to AC Podcast Network on Instagram to follow everything we're doing. The Polysat YouTube channel was just launched. So we have the trifecta now. Sports, TV, film, and politics in 2026. I am overwhelmed in a good way.
Good for
taking
you,
all
bro.
this on. I could not do the sports portion without Ross. Thank you so much, dude, for
You're
the time
welcome,
you give
bro.
and your talents.
Thank you, man. It's
and
so
your
fun to talk
expertise.
football, dude. We gonna have some playoff episodes?
Of course. This
Let's
is when
go.
it ramps up. I mean, I kind of chilled on the prep. We can always do a 2-hour pod. Prep starting next week is going to be nuts.
Oh, dude.
Okay?
All right, I better lock
For
in.
me.
Really
You're
lock
good.
in. I came a little unprepared today.
No, you're a competitive bro, just like me. If you're gonna get one thing here on the AC Sports Podcast, it's competition between me and Ross. Who did better?
Yes. Well, you take the title, man. I concede.
All right. Hopefully we can maybe even catch the game tomorrow. What are your plans for tomorrow night?
Oh, dude, I'm going out.
You're going out.
I'm gonna be. I think I'm gonna be ripping around that ice skating rink.
Really?
Yeah.
During the game?
We'll
It's
see.
ignoring the
Yeah, I got
potential loss.
Yeah, I get some things. Potential loss. Ignoring the potential dub.
Here's to sober January. I'm going all in on all that stuff.
Good for you, bro. Yeah, I'm there with you, dude.
Yeah.
Dry January is a good move.
All right, AC Sports Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Peace.
We out.